At the town hall meeting, I didn't really get a chance to get into your photographs so much, although I was very impressed by it. But I have it on the computer, and I've had a chance to kind of play with it, you know, change the contrast and brightness and stuff, and it's brought out a couple details. All right. There's a couple things that I see here that are a little concerning as far as it being a Sasquatch or not. Number one, the hands and the head are of a different color than the rest of the body. The shape of the head is actually one of the things that makes me think that maybe it is a Bigfoot, because like it's low on the shoulders, it has kind of a conical shape to it, kind of a flat face. I love the shape of the head. And it looks to me like the top of the head is approximately equal with the bottom of that sign. I want to figure out how bulky this thing is, how much larger in general it is. And the only way to do that is do a comparison photograph. Ian goes over to the shoulder of the road, as close as he can safely get to the actual position where he took that photograph, and snaps a few shots with the same phone he used that night. Look how much bigger it is.
It's huge. It's taller and wider than you, considerably.
It's got to be another 6 or 7 inches, like, thicker than I am that way.
It's considerably larger.
It's considerably larger. This is really impressive. I came here expecting to tell Ian that, hey man, I think you photographed a guy. I think you might be mistaken. I love being wrong, because every time I'm wrong about something, I learn something. And in this case, I learned that Ian very well could have photographed a Sasquatch.
While Cliff, Matt, and I were following up with witnesses, Bobo has been out solo camping, and now we're headed to go meet up with him. I'm curious to learn what he found while camping, if anything.
I was just flashing back to my hall monitor days.
Well, what'd you find out while you're out there?
Well, I found out where not to go. We came back into that valley where ABR Road is, down where it meets the river. Great spot, but we didn't hear anything, no owls, no coyotes, nothing.
If you didn't hear anything in there, then perhaps they're just not in that part of the Pulteney River, but I'm guessing they're somewhere further up along it, and my guess it would be up toward Carver Falls. That's a place where the snow's been melted a while, maybe some of the spring shoots are growing, probably the deer have moved up there. It's just more exposed to the sun.
So if we stay within the Pulteney River watershed at a location where we know that deer would congregate and graze, that would be great.
Bobo's worked his way up and down the Pulteney River, making sounds, but he didn't hear any responses. Well, I know the history of reports, and I know they follow the Pulteney River in an arc up toward Carver Falls. And Carver Falls was the one area he didn't check out. I think that's where we gotta go tonight.
You've been there before, right, on expedition?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good, because I have an idea. So many sightings occurred with police officers as the witnesses. I invited a couple cops to come out and go Bigfooting with us. What I was thinking is if we can get a patrol car and utilize their forward-facing dash cam, we have one area covered, and then put therms out both sides, and we'll have like a mobile observation unit.
I like it.
This isn't one of those tricks, like you're not trying to lure me into a cop car, you Cliff.
No, you're never gonna fall for that one again, are you?
Nope.
Even though we've narrowed down our search, we still have a lot of ground to cover. So we're gonna split into 2 teams. While one of the teams goes and checks out this area where we think the Bigfoots might be bedding down during the day, we're gonna put another team in a police cruiser. You see, Bigfoots around Whitehall have been seen by police officers. So I just called the cop shop and said, hey man, you guys wanna go squatching? Sure they do. They love Bigfoot.
Are you guys familiar with the old stories about police officers seeing Bigfoots in the 70s and 80s?
Yeah, we've heard it.
You guys ever got calls at night about a suspicious prowler, like 7 foot tall, up by a barn or anything?
No, we haven't.
Oh good, no one's seen you, Bobo.
All right, well, let's get to it. We got sun going down. We only got a few minutes to get there before it starts getting dark. Let's get it.
Rendezvous.
Dan, Bobo, and I are going to be the mobile unit inside the patrol car, while Joel goes with Matt and Renee. We are going to utilize the technology in this police car combined with the thermal imagers to try to cover as much ground and see as much as possible. Now, if you're out on patrol and you saw one of these things, you know, run across the road or something, would that be something that you would volunteer to your comrades, you know?
Absolutely. And I would hope I'd have somebody with me so there'd be a witness.
You have
Right.
a dash cam.
Oh yeah, you have a dash cam. You would
Yep.
win.
That's one of the benefits that we have that Dan Gordon didn't.
I know that if I were a police officer on night patrol, I would be looking for Bigfoots all the time.
I definitely keep an eye out.
This is good.
Look at that. I'm gonna do a howl.
Let me try to rock it up. Renee for Cliff? Not hearing him.
All right. So, Joe, have you hunted before?
I have gone hunting before.
What have you hunted?
Mostly turkeys.
Did you use turkey calls?
Oh yeah, it's the best way to get them.
So you do the sound, you wait knowing that they might be just like taking a while to walk
Right.
towards you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the same thing with this. Just that with these, they walk a lot faster. Did you hear that?
No, what?
It sounded like a whistle, like the same kind of whistle a squatch makes, a short from right up there.
No. Can you try to whistle like it?
I'm gonna whistle back at it right now. What?
Did you hear that? Like that.
There we go. I hear it. That wasn't okay. Joel, you gotta expose an ear to hear it better. I know I heard a whistle sound, and Bigfoots do make whistle sounds, but if it's not gonna keep responding back or approach, then there's nothing else we can do here. We'll have to move to another spot where hopefully there's another one around that will respond to us.
We're gonna press onto that ridge line over there, right?
Yeah, I think we've given it enough time here, so let's go.
Yeah, let's pull out here and scan this for a few minutes. Nice big open field here.
I got to talk to Dan Gordon at the Vermont Town Hall meeting, and I'll never forget, he was one of those classic witnesses that all the emotion comes back up as he tells the story. And you can just see it all over his face that he was still shook up by what he saw.
Yeah, that's something you can't fake. I mean, you can lie all you want, but that's just through the mouth. When you look at the guy and you see the emotion, you see the goosebumps all over their arm and stuff like that, that's a real strong indication they're telling the truth about it. You know, this might be a good spot to do some vocalizations using the loudspeaker.
Big time.
Here we go.
Oh, what's that?
Awesome.
Should have told the other team.
Was that Cliff through a megaphone? Oh my gosh.
We don't know how you're doing that, but it sounds amazing.
It's from the heart.
Doing what?
Whoop. Whoop. You gotta admit, that's pretty cool.
If there really is a Sasquatch around here right now, then it might be keeping a low profile.
The only thing that we're hearing over here is it's kind of a whoop sound in the distance. Matt's hearing it. I'm thinking it might be an owl, but Matt's gonna do a howl, see if he can get it to respond back.
Give it a shot. Tell him to go ahead.
Woo! Woo! 2 and done.
Well, we've been out here for a few hours now. We're not hearing any good responses. Except the owls. I had high hopes that after Cliff made those wacky loud sounds over that speaker, that we would hear whatever had whistled at us earlier, but no luck.